Well, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this another brand new day. Yes, indeed. It is raining up a storm. It was not a storm, just a colloquialism. However that word is pronounced. But it's just rain. It was raining last night. It's raining right now. It's dark outside, cold, wet. Thumbs up for that. Anyway, though, I just wanted to talk about how I'm feeling a little better. For the first couple of years after my wife's death, and probably during my wife's being alive, it's just I can't remember a whole lot of that because of my depression at the time. But when I was first going to therapy and talking to my therapist, it had felt like I was wearing a heavy suit. Like just a full body suit that just everywhere, that just doubled my weight. I felt like I was 400 pounds. Mama Amaterasu looked out over the city lights fading into infinity. The original builders of the city had created well. Without external disaster, the abandoned city would run for literal eternity, providing food, heat, water, and more to a populace that had packed up and left long before she had arrived, heavy with children. Her numberless and mindless helpers ranged through the city itself, clearing out garbage and useless materials, altering cleaned-up areas into nests better suited to hatching more numberless helpers. The city itself was no threat. It existed to serve, and if it had any feelings at all, it would be simply happy to please. Cooling night air brushed her long black hair against her face as she stared at the distant lights. Listening. Just exhausted from having to carry all that weight. But that was just the depression, but perception, and that's the way it felt. Going to therapy and talking and getting things out so that it's not just festering inside, that helped. And for years now, about 1 or 2 years, I've been feeling not that weight. And it's been nice to have taken off that heavy suit and be able to be normal, quote unquote. When I first got the news that my stepfather, I've called him father my whole life, so that's why I do that. I just call him father, even though by law, I guess, stepfather, but, bloody cat. But when I first heard that he was going in to get checked for this one cancer, the cancer that he had, it was like, okay, that's bad, but we don't know yet. And so he went in the next day and then found out that it was inoperable. And that's when I went and was put on my big old heavy suit again. And for days I have been wearing that heavy suit, 400 pounds. It's only been like yesterday and today, this morning, that really the suit is at least mostly off, if not entirely. So that's a good thing. And my cat, of course, has been just tearing up the area around her cat box down there, just making a horrible mess, digging through her box all the time. Thumbs up for that. But it's been nice to not have the suit on again. I mean, I still have to deal with a whole bunch of stuff. I still have to call and talk to my sister again, or use Facebook Messenger most likely, because she took a flight from her home in Utah over to up in Linden/Ferndale in Whatcom County, Washington State, to take care of the situation and help. And I've called my stepfather and talked to him. It was very hard to understand him because of his strokes and such. It was difficult because he's really slurs a lot, and so but the suit has been coming off. I don't feel as heavy, anywhere near as heavy You know, I'm feeling good enough about life. I'm wearing my adornments again, so that's good. I have been thinking about getting at least 3 of the 4 holes I've had in this ear open back up. Because I had 4 holes as piercings in here for a long time. And I only really want to get 3 of those reopened because the bottom 3 are through just the earlobe. But I got high enough that when they punched in the 4th one, it punched through the cartilage. And oh my gosh, that hurt for so long, and it took so long to heal. I took perfect care of it though, and it never got infected. You don't want to go through cartilage. Cartilage has a very poor blood supply. There's very little blood that gets to cartilage. And so it's so easy to get infected because it can't get a lot of stuff into cartilage. So you got to be really careful. And they weren't supposed to go through cartilage, but they did. So for a long time, I had these 4 holes in my ear. Well, they healed up during my marriage, and now, you know, I've tried to poke things through them periodically, and they're healed over entirely. So maybe one day I might figure out how to poke holes through them again. I don't think I want to go and get them repunched. That would be crazy. I mean, there's already a passage in a hole. What if it tears the hole next to it and then causes even more damage? So I don't know what the answer is, but I know I don't just want to push an earring through there because hokey smokes, tearing the post through my flesh would be no fun. Thumbs up for that. But as stated, it is raining outside, and last night I went on my 6-mile walkies because I don't want to die, and so I'm forcing myself to exercise when I have to, which is close to daily. I mean, let me talk about the walkies first, but don't let me forget this. Remind me about the thing I was going to talk about. Well, maybe I should talk about that again because just in case I forget, and I'll try to come back to the walkies. One of the reasons that I'm so worried and go out exercising whether I want to or not, because it was raining. I had to carry my umbrella with me, and my feet were soaked when I got back. I was using my hiking boots, so my feet were dry, but my pants were wet, my hands and all that were wet. It was just... is wet when you go raining. But one of the major reasons that I like to go out exercising, is of course, I'm finishing up the first third of my 3 stages of old age. Remember, our lives are divided into roughly 25-year chunks because we only last, on average, about 75 years if you got access to money and healthcare, and even that doesn't guarantee anything. Your first 25 years are your youth. Your middle 25 years are your old middle age, and your last 25 years are your old age. And of course, each of those stages is divided into 3 points. You have your youth of your youth, your middle age of your youth, and the old age of your youth. Then you step into the youth of your middle age, and the middle age of your middle age, and then the old age of your middle age, before you enter the youth of your old age. I'm almost done with the youth of my old age. Then I'm into the middle of my old age, and then the old age of the old age. I passed through the period when the sun was going up. I'm entering the point when the sun goes from 10 o'clock to 2 o'clock, and at the end of that point, the sun starts to set, and once the sun sets, that's the way that goes, isn't it? So I'm almost done with the youth of my old age. Except it might not even be that, because of course there's all these famous people who have access to money and healthcare. All these men that are still dying at age 70 of old age. That's only 13 years away. Mortality is staring me in the face. Now, I'd like to think that I'm going to be able to last longer than that, but personal wishes and desires don't matter much. After all, my liver is fatty and fibrous from my decades of alcoholism. It's chugging away and doing fine for what the state it's in, and that's good, but thumbs up for that. And then who knows how much damage has been done to my heart, and so you never know. But I still have an appointment on the 24th of this month to go and talk to the cardiologist in town and see about my heart and make sure it's in good shape. So that's a good thing. Definitely a thumbs up. But yeah, it's scary to think that in 13 years it could be curtains. But then we don't know. That's why when I was seeing a psychologist when I first hurt myself, and we were just talking about injury-related things because it was being paid for by the state through labor and industries. And he was saying, my wife at least, because I was married at the time, just had gotten married basically. Well, I was like 4 years into it. And I was badly injured, and we were talking about just things about depression and such. And I was talking about the state of my wife and how she was not doing well and how things just aren't good that way. And he was saying, at least that takes some of the uncertainty out of her future. She knows she's got this range of time, and then she knows that effectively it comes to an end. Whereas for us, there's who knows. I mean, yes, any one of her days could have ended with her being hit by a bus before her time frame ended. But because we don't know, we don't know that we have an illness that's going to clip things short, or we don't know something's going to happen that's going to clip things short. It's all open-ended. You could make your big plans today, and then tomorrow, because you didn't know, it's all over. So you can look on the bright side for everything, which is a good thing. And of course, I've been thinking about all sorts of stuff while I was out walking, about fiction stuff. I've come up with a map of the multiverses for my cosmic horror pantheon stuff. I wanted to have a greater idea of things, because if I don't have a good image of stuff that holds together, then I can't work with it. And so I'm able to come up with one of many, I'm not going to come up with the others because this one works fine, one of many working maps of a multiverse, which has, there's the infinite abandoned city in the center of the multiverse that kind of overlays most of the universe. But even the cosmic horrors of this pantheon, they don't really know everything. There's 2 of them that know more than most, and then of the rest of them, only 2 of them have a greater understanding, and most of the rest they don't even know about us. There's the inner worlds, the mid realms, and then the far lands. These are just weird names for areas of universes where they can be. In the inner worlds, they can walk on the worlds in the universes, the cosmic horrors. And the universe's reality holds up. And there are other beings of power that wander these places. In the mid-realms, that's where reality kind of creaks under their weight, but still holds up. For most of them, they don't really know about the far lands area, us, because it's too dark, it's too cold, they don't want to go there, it's uncomfortable, and they can't really see anything out here, so why go? The only ones that really know about it are Erogots with his webs everywhere, Jimaray with his, I say him because I'm speaking English, there's no gender to these beings in the slightest, but Jimaray with its mycelium that go everywhere. And then Haki, who goes into dream down on our level. And then Gotzi Ray, who goes in that film between the universes. They know. Don't inhale your saliva while you're talking. That is no fun. They know about the smaller more ephemeral universes, ours. But the rest, it's just dim and cold. Why go out there? So not a great amount of knowledge, or even past dim, well, oh yeah, it's cold and dark out there, I'm not going to worry about it. So there's that. And with the inner worlds universe is there's 3 directions. You can go to the Midlands or Mid-Realms through the inner worlds, and there's kind of a beacon that takes you there. You just know where it is if you're able to travel. There's the city back behind you, or in front of you. Again, another beacon. And then there's out. The rest of it is just out. And if you go out far enough in the inner world, you eventually can lose sight of where the beacons are. And then hopefully you remembered the direction you came from to find them again, because otherwise you're just drifting. And if you do find another beacon, you may follow it and take it back into inner worlds and the city. No guarantee you're coming out into the same multiverse you left, though. So thumbs up for that. There's a lot more, but I am going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. I just blended that seamlessly, didn't I? And it is a range of 20 to 25, as even though I count in American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand with my depression, fibro, brain damage from alcoholism, mourning, and more. I'm lucky I can remember my name is not Rutherford P. Farquhar. I'm doing pretty good on my memory today. Son of a gun. And let's see, I did that one, and I'm not reading the usernames right now. Did I mention that one? No. It's if I mispronounce the username, no disrespect. It's a range of 20 to 25, and I can't even remember what I've said or haven't said, so let's just go from there. Let me call on my Chrome. We have JRV, that's me, thumbs up and thank you very much. And Alex MJ Broken 64, hokey smokes, and that room blew up. It was terrifying. Some guy named Jamie, oh boy, that was a shocker. Thank you very, very much. And underscore sad girl underscore, thank you so very, very much. And McWellington, thank you very much, greatly appreciated. Ice Damon, it'd be nice if it was, wouldn't it be? Ashley Puffs YT, thumbs up and thank you. Raleigh Rick, greatly appreciated. Currents Official, thumbs up and thank you. I have a feeling I'm counting incorrectly. I couldn't tell you. I probably am. Maybe I'm not. Carlos Diaz, thumbs up and thank you. Colin Reisner, greatly appreciated. Fool's Errand, thumbs up and thank you. Kathy Kitscat, good to see you in the comments as always. Then we have Trey Steiner, greatly appreciated. Darkened Wolf, I like the name. Jasmine Neves, thumbs up and thank you. Dankrupt, I like the name. Bailey Snyder, good to see you in the comments. Definitely a thumbs up. Clemson Dillon, greatly appreciated. Dante Flint, thumbs up and thank you. We have Winter CS Vlogs with a 0 instead of an O. Thumbs up and thank you much. Russian Timing, greatly appreciated. Sebastian Ferris, thumbs up and thank you. And last but not least, Jessica Sutton, greatly appreciated. I have a feeling I didn't count correctly in the slightest. I'll find out in editing, but you know, if I didn't, my sincere apologies, but thank you all so very, very much. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with people, and that is a good thing, definitely. If you could check out my various links, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron, like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. If you'd like to help me out, but you don't want to send money to one of those places, I have a PayPal link down below. That would be very, very cool. And if you'd like to help support me, you don't want to send money, I don't blame you. If you could check out my Amazon wish list link down below, that would be very cool too. I have cat food, hamster food, me food, silly things, non-silly things. If you could check that out, that would be very, very awesome. And I don't feel obligated. I don't feel entitled. And if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them on the bank of my heart where I draw interest, so thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I do appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence, a definite thumbs up. And of course, if you could subscribe to the channel and hit that bell. That would be very cool, greatly appreciated. I would understand if you did not wish to, but if you are down with it, I will do my very best to keep you entertained from now until the literal end of time. Thumbs up for that. Strange hand movements for the win, definitely. Well, I have this video. I actually recorded 2 videos yesterday evening just in case I didn't have time today. So I was thinking, definitely a thumbs up for that. I still want to do Reddit reactions, but with what's going on with juking media and extortion, I'm terrified of doing reactions now. Holy smokes. Look up MXR Plays, Jukin, Jukin media, and extortion, and you'll find out what's going on. This channel may lose their channel. Well, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and that is a very good thing.